Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by Van Ganaway Chevrolet.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast presented by Van Ganaway Chevrolet. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. Thanks for joining us today. We're talking with the Leesburg State Championship bowling team, and we're looking forward to that. I want to thank our sponsors, Lake Sumter State College, Lake Center Home Care, Lassiter Ware with Auto Owners Insurance, and of course our podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, YouTube, and more, so make sure to check us out. Right now, I'm joined by Mike Urban. Mike, you are the head bowling coach for the Leesburg Boys Bowling Club over there. You guys are coming off a state championship. First of all, I want to congratulate you guys.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you had one stellar year. This is actually the second state championship that you've been a part of over at Leesburg High School, and you've been able to build the program over the last couple of years. Can you talk to me about how you got this job at Leesburg High School and sort of how long you've been in the bowling scene for?
So let's start with I've bowled my whole life, bowled in Lake County, and just knowing people. And a friend of mine got me in touch with the athletic director of Leesburg High School, and he asked me if I'd be willing to coach the team. Not knowing what I was getting into, it's hectic sometimes, but it's a lot of fun. And I just do it. I volunteer my time and help these kids out and try to make them better bowlers. Yeah,
you've certainly made them better bowlers. I mean, Leesburg, up until 2 or 3 years, I believe 3 years ago, they had never even really been to a state championship match, let alone won one. So here you come, and you're able to come in, bring a sort of sense of pride to the Yellow Jacket community, and you come in and you change the ball game. And since you have come on, you have not only won the state championship in, I believe, 2021. You win it this year, so that's 2 out of the last 3 years. You guys are state championships. What are you putting in the water over there at Leesburg High School?
Just bring the knowledge that I have of bowling and teach the kids how to adjust and change with the lanes as the lanes are changing as we bowl, because that's the biggest part is the kids don't understand it. So teaching them is the biggest thing that we have to do at this level.
How does that change? So the bowling lanes change. What do you mean by that? Like for a lot of people that may have never bowled before, how does a lane change throughout the course of a competition?
So when they oil the lanes, they're oiled to say 42 foot out of the 60 feet. They'll have oil on it. As they bowl, the oil track gets pushed down the lane, and it also dries the lane out because the balls absorb oil. Therefore, you have an ever-changing condition, and teaching the boys how to adjust to that, knowing where to have their ball go down the lane and hook to go into the pocket, their break point. It's almost like I consider it like playing chess.
Yeah.
You have to understand all aspects and physics of the game.
I also noticed that, when I go to bowl, I'm not a professional bowler by any chance, but there's different weights of the balls as well. Is there a specific weight class that they use, or are the kids able to use different weights and size of balls? Why are they weighted differently, I suppose?
So the balls are weighted differently for, basically as you get older, you tend to throw a heavier bowling ball. And along with that, the weight blocks inside of the ball that flip to make them hook as hard as they hook sometimes causes some of what we do. But the weight of the ball is just according to what the kid wants to bowl. So I have some that bowl with a 13, 14-pound ball, and then most of my kids are throwing in the 15-pound range. Along with, they bowl one-handed. I have one-handed bowler, and the rest of my team, the other 9 bowlers, are all two-handed bowlers. So
what do you find works better for you?
I'm traditional. I'm one-handed bowler. I have had to learn how to do the two-handed so I can work with those kids. And what I've found out over the last 3 years is it's the same. It's just about releasing, staying consistent, and hitting your marks. And the boys seem to, when you discuss with them, they tend to take on that knowledge because they see me also learning what they do. I don't just go in and just bark orders and tell them. I actually work with them and try what they're doing so I can give a full range of information to them.
And you guys, obviously, you guys are one of the most successful teams at Leesburg right now in the last couple of years. Between football, basketball, all that, you guys are the ones with the state championships, and you just have been winning them in the last 2 out of the last 3 years. So you guys have a lot of great things going on for you over there. What do your boys mean to you?
They're like a family to me. I mean, my wife gets upset because I spend a lot of time with them during the bowling season. It's beginning of August all the way up through state, which is the beginning of November, and pretty much my whole time goes to them during the week. And it's if they need extra help, I help them. Whatever they need, I'm there for them. We talk on the phone. They text me. It's like I said, they are a family to me, and I try to treat them that way. And they annoy me just like my kids do. So,
but like any family, you're able to encourage them and help them out, and they did what they needed to do in order to win that state championship this year. What was it like to see them win that state championship, hold that trophy? I mean, that must have been a really proud moment for you.
It is. It's of course it's stressful because I saw at the beginning of the season when we were practicing before we even started our first match that we had the potential, and just to see it culminate at district and then at state, it's amazing to get there. And we went through district and state without a loss, and that's asking a lot, and for the boys to actually come through and do what they did, it makes you feel good. It's just like any parent. You feel great that your child has succeeded. Well, these are, my kids, they succeeded. We did what we wanted to do. So, and of course, now it's, we're going to start practicing and preparing for nationals, which is our next step to see where we rank across the United States.
And that's exciting. That's coming up next year in 2024, our nationals. Talk about that trip, because you made that trip in 2021, and I believe you finished around the 25th position. What do you have to look forward to at nationals this coming year? And this is up in Pennsylvania, I believe, correct? Yes,
sir. It's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the first weekend of June, and it's just it's a lot more intense. The kids have to go in. You have to bowl good from the start, because every pin you knock down, they attach it to the next set. So each time you move to the next version of the tournament, you carry your pin count all the way up until the last match. And it's if you don't bowl good, you don't carry, and you get knocked out fairly quick. And we learned that 2 years ago when we went. So it's going to be fun, though. I think this team is ready, and they're as good, if not possibly better, than the team I had in 21 when we went.
Yeah. So. They're looking real good. I mean, at the end of that year, obviously state champions here in Florida, and then now have a chance to go up to nationals, make some noise up there. So looking forward to that. Where do you see Leesburg bowling the next couple of years? Because you've won state championships now. Now you're going to nationals. Are you going to try to win a national at some point?
I'm not going up there for the fun of it. It's all the plan is to win it. If you go, I don't take the boys to take second place, just like I don't go to districts or state. I don't want to fail, and that's just the way I try to teach the boys. It's not about being the first place loser. It's about being the champ.
And that's words of advice for the whole entire team, and not just for the team, but that's life advice as well. For you as well. One last question I have for you. You guys competed there alongside the Unified Special Olympic Bowlers, which I thought was really cool. What are your thoughts on the Special Olympics and the Unified Bowlers and bowling around alongside you guys at the state championships? That was really cool.
It's a neat concept, and I have spoke with our athletic director, and we are talking about possibly starting that up with Leesburg. So we know a couple other of the teams in our district actually are, I think Eustis and Tavares competed this year for the finals, and might as well go ahead and join that and see if we can win state championship on a unified
There you go.
Special Olympic side also while I'm at it.
You got some exciting things going on there, Coach. Once again, congratulations on your terrific year, and we're looking forward to great things coming into nationals next year for you guys.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate the support of our community. So.
Absolutely. Coming up next, we're going to talk to a couple of Leesburg bowlers that were a part of that 2023 championship state-winning bowling team. Are you in need of a new car or truck? Then zoom into Van Ganaway Chevrolet, a company that has always been driven by superior customer service. Van Ganaway Chevrolet is your hometown Good Folk Chevrolet dealer. The dealership has helped generations of Lake County families find the perfect car, truck, or SUV. After 37 years and thousands of Chevrolets sold, Van Ganaway has learned a lot about their customers. They don't want to be pressured, and they don't need a gimmick or giveaway. They just want fair prices and a great overall car buying experience. If you've had bad experiences purchasing automobiles elsewhere, then switch gears and try Van Ganaway Chevrolet. Chances are you'll end up being a part of the ever-growing family of satisfied and loyal customers. Check out Van Ganaway Chevrolet at vgchevy.com or call them today at 352-343-2400. Van Ganaway Chevrolet. Find new roads. All right, everybody, we are back here on the Sports Hub podcast presented by Van Ganaway Chevrolet. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. We are joined right now by Tristan Whitney. Tristan is coming off of his second state championship. And Tristan, congratulations on a great year.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Tristan, this is your second state championship, and you've been in bowling quite a while. How long have you been bowling for?
Well, I've been bowling around 10 years, and I bowled 3 years for high school.
That's awesome. So
Yes,
you
sir.
started as a young kid.
Yes, sir.
How did you start? Like, was it your parents just bringing you to the lanes? Or?
My grandma actually owned a bowling alley, and it was one of my hobbies, so I did it. And eventually, one of my friends, John Connell, he was with me during one of our other state championships. He led me on to bowling my sophomore year, and then I finished out all 3 years.
That's awesome. And so you're a senior. You
sir.
walk off with a state championship, which
Yes,
is
sir.
really cool. Did it compare to winning your first one? Because the first one you won was
Yep.
2021.
Yes, sir. It was a lot different. The first one we won, we had a really good team this year. We had a couple struggles, but our season was amazing. We had a lot of sportsmanship there, and it felt different. The team was amazing, and everyone had each other's back the whole way through. So I knew we had it from the first day we went into states. We all did great, and then we came in and we won it.
That's awesome. Yeah, you definitely came in. You won it. You've been with the bowling team pretty much since the beginning.
Yes, sir.
What changes have you seen in Leesburg bowling in your 4 years at the program?
I'd say the sportsmanship, it got a lot better as we got on. My junior year, which was last year, everyone was a little naggy at each other, which caused some problems. But this year, Coach settled that the first day. He's like, listen, we're going to go in there, we're going to be a team, and we're going to get this championship, and that's what we did. So.
And you're able to go in and win the championship. What was that like that day, winning the championship? I mean, I heard it was, obviously a lot of pressure on you guys going into that day.
It was amazing. It felt so good because the team that we bowled, they had 2 people that were on the top 10 list. Whenever we went in there, some people were worried, but Coach was like, hey, y'all got this far, we got this. Don't worry about 2 people. 5 people make a team, not 2. So we got it done.
Can you say, we'll talk about Coach Mike. Coach Mike Urban, he's done incredible things for the program in
Yes,
just
sir.
a couple of years. 2 state championships.
Yes.
Before that, Leesburg had never won a state championship. So talk about your coach.
Our coach is amazing. You know, he was there the whole way. He did everything he could to help us. He was at almost every single practice he could be at, and he's a cop, so he's busy, and he still made time for all of us, even after last year. When he saw our loss, we started practice earlier. He brought us to one tournament. I don't remember the tournament we went to, but he had us do a tournament together, and we just kept building off of that, so he helped us a lot.
He's not the only police officer at the school, too, because Kevin Edwards over there, I believe, is a cop as well.
Yes, sir.
He's going to be Detective Edwards coming up, so congratulations to Detective Edwards. So got some really cool things going over there. What's your favorite thing that happened this year, other than winning the state championship, because that was amazing? What was some of the highlights this year of the bowling team?
I'd say winning districts because we lost one game against Lake Minneola. That was our first loss, and it was a hard loss because we went in there thinking we were going to win. But after that loss, it gave us what we needed to win districts, and I think we put it all on them in districts. So it was amazing.
Obviously, it takes a lot of practice to roll the ball down. We were talking about Coach Mike and how the lanes shift with the oil on the lanes, and you guys have done such a good job at adapting to the lane changes. I feel like that's where maybe the experience comes in, where Coach Mike is able to bring that in for you guys.
Yep, the experience. He was with us, and he showed us what to do when the lanes got harder, because as you bowl longer, they start to change, they adapt. He helped everyone. He stood back. He's like, all right, now you need to start moving. Do you want to change balls? He'd take everything slow, watch us. He would watch every shot, tell us what to do, so it helped.
As far as your role models go, who are some of your role models that you look up to in your life?
Probably my grandpa, and he was a good bowler too, but he helped me throughout the whole entire thing. He was there. He's the reason I started this.
So coming up on your senior year too, there's about, I believe, 250 colleges and universities around with bowling teams at different increments in the NCAA or NAIA. Are you looking to bowl in college maybe after?
Yeah, I'm looking to go to college. I got maybe one or two offers from states. So wow. I'm gonna look at those and hopefully go to nationals after we win this. We get some more out there.
That's exciting. Maybe we could see you on the PBA one of these years, which would be really cool. As far as your advice to young athletes coming through, because you are a senior, you've been in the program for 4 years, and you've seen a lot of change here at the Leesburg High School. What is your advice to younger kids coming through the program who might want to get into bowling?
I'd say stick with your same team and just stick to the same sport, because it takes a while to get better. I started off my first 4 years, I was horrible. I still wasn't that good the rest of my time, and then around my junior year, that's when I started getting real good, and senior year, I made it. So.
Show that piece of metal around your neck to the camera right here. That's so cool. That's a state championship medal. You have 2 of those.
Yes,
what
sir.
does that mean hanging around your neck, your second state championship medal?
It's hard to explain. It means a lot. It means that we put in a lot of hard work, and I like the dedication. So it shows that we earned it.
And then when you were standing up there with your teammates and you had the trophy in your hand, I mean, that must have felt...
It was amazing.
It must have felt like the culmination, really, of all of that hard work that paid off.
Yep.
That you guys were able to do. So really, really cool things. What are you looking to study in school after in college? You looking to study anything?
Probably mechanics. I'm looking to do some mechanics or welding. So.
Cool stuff coming your way. And
yes, sir.
Tristan, I want to thank you for coming on the program, learning a little bit more about you and the Leesburg program, and congratulations on your second state championship. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, coming up next, we're going to be talking to another Leesburg senior, Liam Pruett, coming up on the program on the Sports Hub. We'll see you in a bit.
Here we go, Billy. Swing hard.
As your local agent, I know you. I know every Saturday your son Billy plays Little League. We sponsor his team. And we know you love parking way too close to the field. That's why we tailor a unique policy for you and your car. Because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense.
Ask Lassiter Ware in Leesburg if auto owners make sense for you.
We are back here on the Sports Hub podcast presented by Van Ganaway Chevrolet. I'm standing here right now with Liam Pruett. Liam Pruett is a 2-time state championship bowler. And Liam, I want to welcome you into the Sports Hub podcast.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Liam, what a season you guys had. You guys were able to wrap up a second state championship in the last 2 out of 3 years you guys have been state champions. What was that like to lift the state championship once again?
It's pretty incredible bringing a nice team to Leesburg and be able to win it twice in 4 years, or my years.
Yeah.
And then we still have another good team that's going to take it back next year too.
Yeah, you actually have the opportunity, I believe, to go to nationals in this upcoming 2024 year. You're not done with Leesburg High School either.
No, not yet.
Not yet, which is really cool. You had a remarkable season with your team. You've been a part of this team for a couple of years now. You've seen the changes within the program. We were talking to Tristan earlier. We also talked with Mike Urban, your coach. What changes have you seen within the program the last couple of years that have been able to produce championships for Leesburg High School?
There definitely has been a lot of change, a lot of improvement from a lot of our kids, especially Landon Keister. He's on the team this year and he won. He's been bowling for about 3 years, and I've seen a lot of improvement out of him. So next year, him, Mason, and Hayden will definitely do good.
So, yeah, obviously the changes have been really good. You talk about your coach, Mike Urban. He comes in. Now you got 2 championships, state championships. You went to nationals a couple of years ago, competed up there, finished 25th, and looking for about 25th, I believe, up there, within that range. And you're going up there again. Can you talk about your coach and how much he's meant to the program?
Yeah, he's definitely meant so much these past years. He's definitely one of the top reasons we won so much. So it's definitely all about him.
Who's got the best looking shot on your team?
Well,
who do you like?
I like to say myself, but if not myself, either Tristan or Mason. I can't name a specific one.
So, yeah, but between yourselves, sometimes you can be selfish in bowling,
Yeah.
I suppose. But different levels of competition and skill sets on the team. What is your skill set?
My skill set's pretty good. I've been bowling for about 7 years, so I know relatively what I'm doing, apparently, since we've won a couple times.
Definitely know what you're doing for sure. As you were, now everybody's gunning for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys have won the championship. You're the most probably well-known bowling team in the area now at this current point with the championships that you guys have won. Are there any challenges that you had to get through midway through the season that you had to kind of persevere through?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of challenges. 2 teams this year. Last year, I think we only lost 1 match. This year we lost 2 or 3. So that was definitely a big set down, but we learned to lose and we come back and we win.
What's your routine for bowling? Because I don't know if it's like golf where you have to get in that mindset, right? Before you go out and bowl. What kind of mindset do you get in before you start bowling out there?
This is definitely all about the team, so I try to keep the team all together, keep us in the same mindset, not just myself. So I try to bring us all together and then stay in it.
Yeah, well, you were able to bring them all together. Are you one of the team leaders as
Yes,
far as
sir.
you and Tristan go?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Tristan did a tremendous job this season for you guys. Besides bowling, of course, because you're obviously a really good bowler out there. What do you do for fun besides bowling?
Either go play basketball with a couple of guys or volleyball. I play volleyball around 4 or 5 times a week. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and being
Just
involved.
other sports, yeah.
A lot of other sports that Leesburg has going on. Leesburg has been doing some amazing things. I mean, Spencer Hay, the athletic director, we talked to him a couple of weeks ago, and it was really cool because Spencer was like, I want to bring about 5 or 6, state championships this year. So, Todd, can you talk about Spencer Hay and sort of what he has meant to the Leesburg program as well?
Well, yeah, he's always been involved in everything we do, and he's just a great guy, and he loves the school, he loves the sports around it, and he wants to win, so that's what I like about him.
And you're a senior, so what do you have any plans after high school? Are you going to go maybe bowl in college?
That's what I have been thinking about. I haven't really thought much about it, but I'd like to continue bowling, at least just to get better, and if I do go to college, then that'll definitely be a thing I do.
Yeah, you got lots to look forward to in the next couple of months here, especially the Nationals coming up. Really looking forward to you guys going up there and competing up there. And hopefully, like Coach Mike Irvin says, you guys are going up there not to just be there. You want to compete this year.
Yeah, we definitely want to do better this year than we did the prior years. Even though we didn't do as good as we wanted, but we have a better understanding of everything.
One last question I have for you, Liam. For kids coming through the program and young kids that are looking to get into bowling, what is your advice to them?
Well, just keep your head in the game no matter if you win or lose. You still have the same mindset no matter what, and you just keep going and keep winning.
Wise words from Liam Pruett. Check those pieces of gold around his neck. Show those to the camera right here. That's awesome. I love to see that. Two-time state champion Liam Pruett, and was able to also talk to Tristan Whitney, who was on the team earlier. He had two state championships as well on the team, and you guys just had a tremendous year. So congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely, thank you. Thank you for coming on, Liam. Coming up next, we're going to be talking to Mason Harding. He's a sophomore with the Leesburg bowling team, so we'll be back on the Sports Hub momentarily. All right, we are back here on the Sports Hub podcast presented by Van Ganaway Chevrolet. Thank you guys for joining us. Right now, I am talking with Mason Harding. Mason is a sophomore with the Leesburg bowling team. And Mason, you have some gold around your neck. You were able to win a state championship the first time in your career as just a sophomore. Can you tell me sort of what that was like?
Well, it was a lot. It was there was a lot of emotion in it because it's always been a dream, and I've always something I wanted been doing. And it took the whole team, and it didn't just take me. And
being just a sophomore, how long have you been bowling for before high school?
I've been bowling since I was 3, and my whole family's kind of bowled. It was like a genetic thing.
Yeah, you just come out and you learn that way, and some of the best things in life are learned in your early years, and you were able to pick that up, and you come onto the team, and being a sophomore and seeing what this team did 2 years ago. I mean, you were still in middle school. Did you look up to what they were able to do in 2021 and say, hey, I want to be a part of that?
Yeah, I definitely did. I saw what they did, and I was like, hopefully I can do that while I'm in high school and on the team.
Yeah, and you certainly did. And you've got a real cool opportunity that's going to come up later in 2024. You've got the chance to go to nationals for the first time in your life up in Pennsylvania, which is a really cool opportunity for you and the school to go up there and represent Lake County. I believe you're the only Lake County school that's going up there to represent the area, so that's really exciting stuff for you guys. What does that mean to go to nationals for the first time in your life?
Well, it's a really big thing, and I think some of the other bowlers, it might make them a little nervous, but I've bowled a lot of tournaments, so I think I'll be more comfortable, and hopefully I still bowl good. That's
what I was going to ask, too. How do you keep your composure when things are on the line, when the game is on the line, stuff like that? How do you stay mentally there?
Well, mostly I just get up there, and then I just take a deep breath, and then I just throw the shot and throw what I know I can hit and my mark and everything.
Yeah, and you certainly hit your marks this season and had a terrific season, and you guys win your second state championship in school history, which is huge. Are there any specific teammates on the team, coaches? Of course, we talked about Mike Urban and what he has meant to this program. Tristan and Liam were talking about him. What does Coach Mike Urban mean to the program and to you?
I think he's a lot. He helps a lot. He makes sure we stay in it, and he really does do a good job. He's a big help.
Who are some of your favorite friends on the team that you've developed relationships with?
Probably the others you talked to, Liam Pruett and Tristan Whitney, probably.
Absolutely. How has participating in high school bowling, how's it positively impacted your life?
I feel like it's helped it a lot because a lot of people see me now and like they know me as a state champion because our team won. So.
Yeah, and that's really cool because, you mentioned some of the big powerhouse programs, right, like football, and we talk about to a lot of the basketball teams in here and the soccer teams and all of that goes on. But bowling is becoming bigger and bigger in this state, and you guys are putting bowling on the map. How does it feel to sort of be a part of that? And sort of Leesburg's been able to come relatively in the last 4 or 5 years out of nowhere, and now you guys, everybody seems to be gunning for you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like some people look us down and think, oh, bowling's not that good and it's not up there, but it really is. They just don't know it.
Yeah, and I beg to differ because bowling is a sport where a lot of practice goes into bowling to get it just right, and I think that people often overlook that. I mean, how much practice in a given week do you have to put in to be really elite in bowling?
Probably like 3-4 times a week, and then probably have like a tournament once or twice a month.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on, and you obviously put the work in along with your teammates, and it's a lot of dedication that you guys have had to put forth, and you guys paid it off with a state championship, which is a tremendous accomplishment for a Lake County team that didn't even really have a team. I mean, they did have a team, but it wasn't the way it was a couple of years ago. What does it mean to be a part of a bowling team like this?
Well, it makes me happy, and it makes me feel like I accomplished something. Like, it's just crazy to think about.
Who are some of your role models?
Well, my uncle, he's a pro bowler, and I really look up to him, and he helps me a lot. And then just my teammates, they make me happy.
What's your uncle's name?
Sean Conley.
Awesome. So Sean Conley out there, shout out to you, professional bowler out there, which is really cool. Coming up for you, you obviously are a sophomore. You got a couple more years at Leesburg High School. What more do you want to accomplish? Now you're a state champion. You want to go try to win nationals, win more state championships. What's on your docket?
Well, I'd like to get high up in individuals for nationals, and I bowled junior gold recently this year, and I did pretty good for my first year, so hopefully I can keep on getting higher and higher.
Yeah, hopefully you guys, the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully you're able to continue climbing the ladder. And just a sophomore is Mason Harding, so look out for this kid in the next couple of years in the state of Florida. Mason, thank you so much for coming onto the program
of
today.
course.
Absolutely. Coming up next, we'll wrap up the Sports Hub next. All right, we're back on the Sports Hub podcast. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Want to thank the 2023 State Championship Leesburg Bowling Team for coming on in today. Want to thank our sponsors, Lake Center Home Care, Lake Sumter State College, Lassiter Ware with Auto Owners Insurance. And, of course, you can go on our website to find out more information as well. That'll do it for the Sports Hub podcast. We'll see you next week.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by Van Ganaway Chevrolet.